Greeting Earthlings, I'm coming to you from self-quarantine in Bozeman, Montana, inside my childhood home, and I was reflecting. Are you afraid of running out of money? Well, you're not alone. My husband had a princely income a couple weeks ago, and overnight it went to zero. Actually, less than zero, because he owns his own business and his fixed costs are costing him $20,000 a month. And we use this one simple trick to find our way out of the fear and see the light and the abundance at the end of the tunnel. So if you want to have more optimism, rainbows, and money in your life, watch all the way to the end of the video and you'll know how to do it too. Disclaimer. This will produce life-changing results, but it's going to feel a little bit like Pollyanna advice in the beginning. There's 3 pieces to the one step, and you need them all to link it together. So if you have the patience to watch all the way through, then you'll know exactly what to do. Think about a moment in your life. It might be today where things look pretty crappy and dismal. This is a much more accurate display of my current reality. Complete chaos. There is nothing in my life except for the people that are the same. From big things like homeschooling my children, or being the only person that has an income, or not even being able to get my hair done. You know those activities you have, write them in the comments below that just make you feel whole and complete. I literally could go around in the same outfit for the rest of my life if my hair is done. But alas, so if you're anything like me, all this change feels very uncomfortable, chaotic, disruptive, and stressful, and when will it end? And I'm going to tell you the secret and only way through it. The first step is to surrender. And what you're surrendering will look different for everybody because everybody values something different. But I have to surrender that I'm not going to look that great in my YouTube videos. I have to surrender that the lighting's going to totally suck, the environment's going to totally suck, and I have to surrender to that, because if you do not surrender, you will keep the lack, the desperation, and the stress in your life. Think about it. Pick any situation that you've been fighting against. What do you do? Like if you had a fight with a friend, do you just let it go? You replay the thought over and over and over in your head, and it keeps you stuck in that position. As long as you keep fighting something, the longer you keep that vibration in your universe, that energy in your universe, and you can't evolve. You can't get to riches from desperation. It doesn't work that way. So to release this energy without being a Pollyanna, and without having to pretend it or fake it, surrender. You make peace with the outcome that you fear the most. For example, the outcome that I fear the most with my husband's spa. If you've been watching my channel a long time, you'll know that I had an abundance block. And I only realized that because for 10 years, my husband kept attracting debt. Bought out his business partner for $250,000, he paid that off. And then the month he paid that off, we got audited. We manifested the debt down to $63,000. Correction, $43,000. And guess what month we were going to pay that off? That's right, this month. And what appeared? A new debt, or a new potential debt. So this had a lot of layered meaning. And I had to surrender to my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is not even going bankrupt. It's constantly having this feeling of being in debt for the rest of my life and just attracting it. It's tricky, but if you can make peace with that outcome, that is the only thing that will free you from that current reality playing out in your hand. The only way I can free myself of this debt continuing in my life is to accept that it's in my life. What I've done every single time before this has happened is I would fight it. I would resist it. I'd say, how are we going to get rid of it? And really try and put all my energy into fighting with the debt. Now, this does not mean don't go pay your debts, but I was fighting it because I was afraid of it. It was my fear of it that I let go. So that brings me to the second step. How do you let go of something you so desperately you don't want to show up in your life? How can you just easily make peace with that? You're telling yourself a story about it. Find the story. You know what story I realized I've been telling myself? I am such a loser that I cannot break this cycle. Surrender is for losers, and I am not a quitter. I will fight this. Do you see how that kept it in my universe? I clearly know that this abundance block has been lifted, because even in all the chaos, I'm not afraid of a total financial apocalypse. That's how you know you've done it right. And I did that by changing the story after I saw the story. I stopped calling myself a loser and said these 3 things. The abundance block has been lifted. Everything is working out for its highest good. Look at the universe bringing me my desires so fast that it's causing a little bit of a wake of destruction in its path. Now, will your focus waver? Will life suck you in and grab you by the throat? Absolutely. But if you keep placing your intention on the story that you want to tell yourself, that reality will show up. And hell, if it doesn't, it just makes you feel a lot better in the process. Now use this trick if you're stuck and your mind is hijacked. I use somebody else's mind. I have fallen in love with affirmations. I have realized these have immense power. I have manifested money faster than I can sleep by listening to this affirmation. One of my viewers watched it and he manifested 5,000, 7,000, and then 3,000 all consecutively day after day. It works. So when you're stuck in this hot spot of having no money, this is the way out. Check in with your vibration. Where is it? It's probably in dirt town. So you gotta raise it by surrendering to the current circumstances. Ask yourself, what is the story you're telling yourself? Tell yourself a different story and then do this. I was over at the ASMR psychologist, and she's a real life psychologist. She just whispers her information. And she was making this case for confidence. She says confidence is essential to bring all the gifts that are inside you to life. All the money that you desire, all the wealth and abundance you desire, all the dreams that you desire are inside of you. They are not outside of you. And the thing that will make them bloom is stronger confidence. Think about it. Think about any time that you felt like the bomb. What do? Are you more bold? Are you more sassy? I remember when I met my husband, I just walked up to him and said, "Hi, my name is Trace," because I felt confident. It really comes down to something as simple as that. And you know what? He said that he would have never came up to me if I didn't go up to him. Do you see how I would have not attracted my lovebird if I didn't have that confidence inside me? Now, confidence comes and wanes, but there's a way we can make it grow by slipping affirmations into our subconscious mind as we sleep. And I am going to put out a video this Friday of ASMR whispered confidence affirmations. I have been listening to this religiously to get me through this harrowing time when nothing is the same. And money has started to roll into our life. The biggest fixed expense at my husband's business is his rent, which is about $10,000. And this miracle happened is that the government says that they might pay for it. Never happened ever on earth. Didn't even expect it to happen. But truly, I don't think we would have looked for it if we felt defeated, if we didn't feel that there was a way out. The only reason we saw that opportunity is because we had the confidence to believe that we had some power over the situation. I'm a financial planner, so this might seem very odd that this isn't very numerical advice. I could give you numerical advice, but it wouldn't amount to a hill of beans if your vibration was in the gutter. Have you ever given advice to a friend, like saying, "Hey, this is how you attract your honey bunnies," or anything, and they try the exact same thing and it doesn't work for them? It's not because the advice was bad, it's because the energy the person is coming from. And that's why to fix your money problems, The number one source of all of that is to reset your vibration to abundance and confidence. The confidence, if you start believing deeply that you have the answer inside you and the universe is there to support you, when that blooms, the answer will appear and you will be able to hear it and you will have the energy to take action. So I'm really curious what you think about this. Let me know in the comments below. It doesn't have to be positive. Do you think it's Pollyanna advice? Do you think it's the truth of all truths? Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in energy and vibration. Until next time, my darling earthlings, ciao. Hey, and you want to see something else? Every step of the way, things are changing. I was going to film this video outside, and look what showed up today. Oh, that's right. Snow. A big blanket of snow that was not here last night.